The direct costs of running a brand presence of Tmall is the following. You would have to first give, for example, an annual fee. That's about $10,000. You would then have to give a deposit, which is refundable on $25,000. Those are the direct costs that you would actually have to give to the marketplace operator such as Tmall. They would then also charge you a commission on your sales on the platform. If you're registered on their platform in China, that would be 5%. If you're registered on their platform out of Hong Kong, it's 6%. In addition to that, you would have to pay either your own operation or an outsourced operation provider. You have to pay for their costs, and those costs are in the rough spectrum about $10,000 a month, but that also includes a comprehensive team of different functional experts that runs your store on a daily basis and make sure that you hopefully have as much traffic and as much conversion as possible. In addition to that, you would obviously have to pay for additional marketing that we believe is essential to actually be successful in any market like China. You would have to pay for digital presence in social media to build brand awareness, which is essential for conversion. All in, if you look at establishing your China presence as a new brand, medium-sized company, you're probably looking somewhere around $350,000 for a year. But that includes a plethora of marketing activities and full store operations within that sum. It's interesting to make a comparison what it would cost you to do a physical presence. For example, if you would go to a second-tier store in China and set up your store within a mall, that mall will ask you for a down deposit of probably somewhere around £200,000 for 150 square meter space. And then they will also charge you probably around 27% on your revenue for that is either whatever is higher. So basically you always pay your £200,000 down front, or if your sales are equivalent of 27% on a yearly basis higher than that, you would pay the surplus. So basically for £200,000 or equivalent of $250,000, you can either open a 150 square meter store and maybe reach a very limited footfall in a small city or a medium-sized city in China, or you can open your presence in China on marketplaces and you can reach the entire Chinese population. Tmall, for example, has 40 million unique visitors on a monthly basis. There is no department store mall in the world that has that. So obviously that is a much easier and cheaper way to give a presence in China. Important to mention when it comes to this as well in terms of online versus offline initial investment is that to capture the traveling Chinese. Last year 100 million people traveled beyond the borders of China. Those 100 million are hungry for purchasing. They also happen to be cash rich, hence why they can travel. If you make a presence in the China market through brand building, through channel presence, like different marketplaces or your own standalone brand store, you will definitely build up brand awareness for these traveling Chinese who will come to your existing channels, which you have in London, New York, or in other places. And you can capture those consumers coming to your store because they read about it, they've heard about it before they travel to these cities. I think the companies that are best suited to Tmall are companies that, first of all, has enough money to go into a market as large as China. Any market that is as big as China, you need to take it very serious. It will cost money to create a brand awareness if you have none. And that is, of course, then a requirement for, obviously, money to spend. Normally what we say to any of the people we talk to is that you should be looking somewhere around the first year to get a proper launch into the China market, build brand awareness and start converting to a satisfactory level, somewhere around $300,000 to $400,000 minimum. In addition, you should probably have at least one person in your company that is totally focused, at least the first 6 months, of engaging with your potential operator that helps you on the Tmall stores. I would say medium-sized company to large companies. I think it's also very important that the company strategy is aligned, so that there is a total support within the business, all the way from the CEO, its shareholders, the CEO, the CFO, the e-commerce director, if there's a franchise director, an international director, and maybe a business development director. That strategy needs to be totally aligned with your China strategy, and there has to be a two-way street between the China strategy and your own strategy. And that's what we recommend for companies. But of course, the opportunity of entering the largest e-commerce market in the world, and I always come back to this, with also 100 million people traveling last year, 300 million people are forecasted to travel by 2017. That basically means by 2017 the entire size of the United States would be traveling. Just now it happens to be Chinese. So medium to larger size companies, or somebody who's really focused maybe on not a multi-international strategy, but maybe just has 50, 60 stores in the UK, but have now a real appetite and a focus to go after the China market. The promoter in your operations team is an absolutely critical person. I refer to them as stock traders. I would think of a person who's a very good trader on Wall Street would be a very good promoter. It's basically taking your money on a daily basis and trading that within 21 different specific tools that is within the Tmall ecosystem to drive and convert traffic. About 12 of those tools are free tools. It's basically your ability to engage with your account manager on Tmall and convince them that your brand should be part of a specific activity they're running. Any of these activities has a tremendous amount of traffic. Some of these activities can give you up to 1 million or 2 million people coming to your site in a day. So that promotion person within your team needs to be a true professional to get you your money's worth on that daily trade of your marketing money spent.